What's going on, guys? Saber here, and today we are here to talk about the Evil Dead the game patch that was just released today. I didn't read over it, and I'm just kind of go over it, read through it one more time, and give my 2 cents on it. Anyone is welcome to give their 2 cents, demon mains or survivor mains alike, doesn't matter. But yeah, let's go over it right now. So we have the oh boy, this is gonna be a long one. But anyways, Hunter stamina regeneration changed from 35 stamina points per second to 20 stamina points per second. Now I think that's a little bit. Let's say that's balanced because hunters do have a lot of stamina, right? And they can just continue dodging, especially Kelly with her active. Revive from bleed out of state time changed from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. That one might. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Stamina upgrade level 4. Stamina cost reduction percent changed from 50% to 40%. That one's all again. They're gonna really gut out Hunter's stamina. And then these three are practically the same, which is Henrietta, Elagos, and Evil Ash all got 1.5 to 1.25 headshot damage multiplier. So I guess they pretty much can mitigate like I guess another 0.25 or some shit like that. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy, I guess. Nothing too crazy. I said mitigate, but yeah, no, I mean that they I guess the damage multiplier decreased. But anyways, now we're gonna go to the character abilities. Now this is the one that I'm a little bit okay. So Leader Ash, Hell Jefe, aura range bonus damage changed from 10% to 15%, which is good. He got a 5% increase. Annie's howitzer aura bonus range damage changed from 10% to 25%. That's a 15% increase. Now you guys might be thinking like, holy shoot, like what in the world were they thinking? And that's exactly what I'm thinking. Now this is the other one, Lord Arthur, and I have my nitpicky about Lord Arthur, but anyways, Lord Arthur's change was our Lord's Wrath melee bonus damage changed from 30% to 20%. That's a 10% decrease. Now, I don't know how I feel about Arthur right now. I feel like he's a little like I played him here and there, and I've seen people play him, and whenever I see people play him, they go down super easy. I don't know what is it with Lord Arthur, but there's something going on with that. Warrior Ash, another one that got nerfed. Shield Blast, shield damage, explosion changed from 200 to 125. I almost said 1.25. Another 75 decrease, unfortunately. Warrior Ash, Wise Man's Potion duration changed from 25 seconds to 20 seconds. So now there's a 5 seconds decrease. Cooldown changed from 60 to 80 seconds, and damage reduction changed from 50% to 30%. Oh my god, so they gutted him. They really gutted the Wise Man's Potion. Hunter Ash exercise cooldown changed from 60 to 90%. However, the Infernal Energy reduction percentage changed from 15% to 20%. And not bad, a little bit of a change right there. You know, he got an extra 30 seconds in his cooldown, but he gains another 5%. Not bad. Ed's it's a trap cooldown changed from 60 to 90 seconds. I don't know what they were thinking on that one, but I guess it makes sense because Ed can literally spam his ult every 1 minute, and that makes the demon like feel useless. So I guess they think that a minute and 30 seconds will be more. I guess you could say sufficient for the demons to at least have a 30-second more of a chance to plant traps. I forgot how long the anti-trap lasts, but I mean, hey, if it'll help, I guess. But honestly, I didn't think Ed was that really overpowered with that. The other thing they changed is the collector increased the probability to find higher rarity loot boxes. I don't know what they. I thought that was already in his kit. I could be wrong. Maybe this was new. I don't know. Oh yeah, and this is my favorite, which they didn't really do much for her honestly. But Battle Frenzy buff time stack changed from 2% to 1%, so it no longer go up by 2%. It only goes up by 1%. I believe the max is still 30. Is it Nerf? Not really. I mean, if it goes up 1%, I mean, I guess. Cheryl healing area when drinking Shem's range change from 6 meters to 5 meters. Ooh, well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, it's what made Cheryl very strong, really, and the other supports very weak. I think, honestly, and I was speaking about this with my friends. Like, we were saying how Cheryl is the most powerful support, like, out of the three, Pablo and support Ash, because of the range and the amount of shemps she can hold. I think they gotta change that. Not nerf Cheryl like they did just now, but they gotta buff the other two in a sense where one of them have an increase in range, or they all have the different kinds of range. So right now, honestly, it's kind of a hassle to hug the person that's drinking shems, like either a support Ash or Pablo, and then you have to go back out and then come back in because like you're low and shit and so much stuff is happening, like you can't just keep all this in your mind. But anyways, moving on, let's go to the skills. This is the most important because I'm pretty sure a lot of people think this is scary, but not really. I don't think I find this scary because honestly, I used to use this and I used to use this and I used to use this, but I now changed a lot of my Kelly stuff and I still hit like almost 90k mark and stuff like that, almost close to 100 without these. So let's see what it is. So level 1 changed from 10% to 5%, which is like oof. And then level 2 changed from 15 to 10%, which is also oof. And then we're just gonna keep saying oof everywhere. But anyways, level 3 changed from 20% to 15%. And level 4 changed from 30% to 20%. So now it's like a 5% to 20% at level 4. So it kind of sucks. And I know it really sucks because it's like, why would I ever take last chance for the extra 20%? Like, I don't know. Oops. But anyways, deadly up close is another thing, right? Level 2 changed from 15 to 10%. Level 3 change from 25 to 20%. Another nerf 5% decrease, unfortunately. It's just it is what it is. And then level 3 just changed from 25 to 15%, which kind of sucks. Really sucks, because what this tells me is that they were nerfing a lot of the damage, which a lot of people were complaining because, obviously you can do a lot of damage with. But luckily, I don't even use none of these. I think I only use deadly up close, and even then, I don't even have to, honestly. I used the level 1 deadly up close too, on top of that. So this isn't really much of a big change for me because I don't really use that, and this isn't really a big change because I don't even have enough points for it. And the reason why is because I'm more spec'd into stamina, because as a hunter you want to have a lot of stamina. If you're Kelly, you could get away from having too much stamina because of her active, and if you're really good with using her active. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, some people might find this very hard to deal with because like now it's like, damn, we don't do that much damage. But moving on to the demons, and this is the nitty-gritty part. So Infernal Energy regeneration changed from 15 per second to 20 per second during the Necronomicon phase. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, man, why would you give him an extra 5 per second? And I'm like, yeah, I know. I said the same thing. Skeleton Elite's arms health was changed from 100 to 200. Not that bad. Elites needed it. Elites were KEKW, in my opinion. They hit hard, but they go down easy. Possession level 5. Extra health on possessed units change from 40% to 50%. Now this right here I found very interesting. I don't know why they would do this. I don't think that they were really that weak. Possessed units were very strong in my opinion. Like, that's just what I think, but I could be wrong. I don't play demons, and I've only watched people play demons. Possessed survivors headshot bonus multiplier to other survivors change from 1.7 to 1.2. So that's a little nerf right there. Not bad. I think it needs to be nerfed more, but you know what? Not just me. Possessed elite deadites health change from 2,800 to 3,000, which again, not that serious. Only a 200 difference. Elite skeletons from 200 to 222. Oh my god, 2,250, and then berserker health change from 1,300 to 1,500. So these are all like just changes to health really. Card possession maintain energy cost change from 0.5 seconds to 0.3 seconds. Card possession energy cost change from 100 to 60. Now I don't know about this one. I think it should have been like 75. But that's just my thinking. Increase arms dismemberment resistance for the elite skeletons. Honestly, I don't know what's the point in this. If they still go down, like they're still gonna go down easily. Oh boy, my phone is going wild. Oh man. Anyways, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see it in play, and we're gonna have to fight against it to really understand. Now this is the nitty-gritty part right here. They all got similar. They're all like practically the same almost, but I think these warlord got like the most out of it, and necromancer, I guess. But yeah, basics is pretty much the stun time change from 1.5 seconds to 1. Elites also 1.5 seconds to 1, and then bosses from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. And do I think this is what needed? Yeah, I think it's what they needed. Possessed deadite balance bar damage. Or balance bar change, I should say, not damage. Basics from 300 to 400, elites from 525 to 625, and bosses from 800 to 900. Makes sense, right? Possessed deadite stun time changed from 2 seconds to 1.5. Elites from 2.5. I didn't even know elites had more. Oh, well, that makes sense because they're more spammy when they're electric. But 2.5 seconds to 1.5. So now they're both 1.5. I kind of don't agree with that when basics and elites have the same amount of stun time. But I mean, I think this should have been 2, but that's just me. Possessed deadite balance bar change from 230 to 330, huh? And then elites are 450 to 550. And now Necromancer. So now theirs is similar to, I guess, but the only difference is the elites gets a 1.5 seconds. And the boss is still at 1.5 seconds too. The Possessed Deadites balance bar change, though, is from 350 to 400. 500 for elites to 550. And bosses 700 to 800. So, pretty much, I guess what this whole entire kit is based around, or this whole patch, is just more like nerfing damage, but buffing health and balance bar and stun duration for demons. Again, do I think this is really one-sided to demons? I think this is more a patch for demons than survivors. However, before everyone just starts getting angry and saying, "Oh, blah, 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 blah," we did have 2 good little buffs for leaders, which is these 2 right here. El Jefe, which is a 5% increase, and Annie, which is a 15% increase. So now, if you do the math, you have 25 right here, which is a increase in damage, but then you have this one, which is also now 20%, and you add these two together, that's 45%. Now normally if you would have 30% with that nice 25%, that would be like 55%. That would be nice, but unfortunately it's not how it works. So they nerf one, or they buff one but nerf the other, so now we only have 20%, which again, not a big deal, because if you know how to use last chance, you would need the last bullet of every gun. And the only real weapons that I would really utilize this mostly on would be blunderbuss, hunting rifle, double barrel, even boomstick. But realistically, mostly I like blunderbuss most on Kelly as well. Deadly up close would be well, I guess a little change for shotgun users who love shotguns up close too. You know, like you lose that 5%. And then lastly, staying in power, of course, that's a 10% decrease. Now, do I think this is, again, one-sided to demons? Not really. I don't think this is going to change drastically. I think this is just a small little balance around survivors, and I hope they just pay attention more on the stuff, because what this tells me now is that Warlord's build is a little bit more easier to handle, like not handle, but more easier to for them to use against us. Like it's gonna be harder on us, because like if yesterday, before this patch goes, there was this cheesy strat that Warlords uses, which is possessions over possessions over possessions and possessions, and you keep possessing units, and you keep going after book over and over and over, and you just keep going at it. Like it's just a non-stop, and we almost lost to it. Like we were one hit away. Look, and it was crazy. Puppeteers, I don't know if this will help Puppeteers really. Honestly, I feel like Puppeteers really need some other stuff other than this. This doesn't really help it at all. And Necromancer, I think this really does help Necromancer as well because of the flutist. This just makes it so that the flutist is now essential. Like you have to, as a survivor, you have to go at the flutist, or else they'll stomp on you. And even before this patch, like flutists are always game changer, right? Like literally all 4 survivors, if they don't go after the flute, they'll all essentially die because of the massive hit that they'll get. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. This is more of a nerf on survivors and buff to demons, with the slight buff on 2 leaders that are gonna be more meta now. Well, they were already more meta as is, but they're just gonna be even more viable now to have as your team. Like you can build around Annie. Like you can have two hunters and 1 support and Annie for like that extra increase in range damage, as well as for leader Ash, you can have like a 2 warrior. I don't know. Well, I wouldn't say 2 warriors. I would say 1 warrior. It looks like Henry is gonna have to be it too, because they pretty much gutted warrior Ash. Not that too roughly though, but they really did him dirty. So it would be leader Ash, Henry, Cheryl, and one whichever hunter you would choose. Do I think Kelly is in a bad state? No, not at all. I don't think so. And people gotta understand that there's always a way around building this kind of patch. This doesn't mean that demons are overpowered. This just means that now survivors gonna have to utilize other skills. Like again, I wouldn't even go for last chance at level 1, because really 5%, not really. I would at least go for the whole 4 level chance. If you're a Kelly, you can actually get away with going all 4 levels. Because, again, stamina on Kelly with active, pretty strong. Yeah, that's why I always say Kelly's a safe pick. Deadly up close, though. If it's that level 3, I can even take out level 1. I don't think the extra 5% is really that drastic, but I still have it. Just because, you know what? Why not? And then staying power, I mean, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it is unfortunate. Actually, which one is staying power again? Because I could have sworn staying power was stamina, right? Oh no, hold on. Alrighty, so here we are. So we got, this is my Kelly tree right now, and I do have 2 points on. Oh, look at that. Deadly up close, right? Last chance, look at that, 20%. Oh, okay. So let's go over this. Because the only things that got changed was staying power, I believe deadly up close, right? And last chance. Not really that big of a deal, honestly. Staying power, the extra 5% now. I mean, I could just do this and do that. Because I would rather have the extra 10% damage than have an extra 5% in stamina now. 10% I think is fine. I think I have to do some testing and hope that I get, like, you have Artful Dodger, and I think Artful Dodger is way better, honestly. Like, it reduces stamina cost of dodging. So I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why do you have this maxed out? And I was doing a lot of testing. I never took it out. You could stay at 35%. Honestly, you could stay at 35%. And if you're doing this kind of build with the last chance with blunderbuss, I even say you could take that out and go to 15%. But honestly, I want to keep my shit because you never know what happens in the game. Like, you just don't know what happens in a game. So I have this maxed out. I have this maxed out. I have the 10% on bounce bar. I have recoil reduction, which I kind of didn't want, but you know what? You don't have a choice in the matter, because what I really want is this, because this is very powerful, honestly, in my opinion. You definitely want Fear No Evil for the reduction of fear. Definitely want fear reduction. I can't stress this enough. Now you can do, for those of you who don't want this, you can do this and put a point into that. Just so that you don't, get the fear trap and your fear doesn't go up as high. You do that or you not. It really depends, up to you, on your play style and how many times you get possessed too, because that's always important. You can also do the 10% now. I don't think the extra 5% is drastic, honestly, even especially on Kelly, and I might even say go like this and then just, take this out and then just put as much point as you want into that. But I am going to stick with what I got right here. And again, max out Artful Dodger, because stamina cost of dodging is really the reduced. It's really good. Like, the more you can dodge, the more it affects Kelly, because of her one passive, which is your next range attack after a successful dodge inflicts bleeding damage on your target for a short time. Again, the more dodges you do on her and shoot right after, the more bleed you inflict on them. Especially on her active also, because it does range damage as bleed 20. The duration is 5 seconds and the cooldown is 60 seconds, which is still strong. I don't like this. I honestly don't think Me Hammer is that great. I don't know. I just think there's better weapon mastery than that, but that's just my opinion. Moving forward, really, I don't think that this patch changed anything for me, honestly. It made me actually change this. This is the only thing that made me change, so I get an extra 20% now, because this was 25%, right? So that's why it was better than putting a point into deadly up close. But now it's the opposite, because really 5% increase when you can have a 10% increase in damage kind of explains itself, right? Which one? Howitzer. It says You and all teammates within the aura's effect radius deal more damage within range weapons. Or within range weapons. With range weapons. Which is 25%. That's pretty huge, right? Especially if you add this, because I'm not sure if this even increases it more. I believe it should, right? Yeah, aura's effect, yeah, deals more damage. Plus this 20%, that's what, 45%? Immense. Immense. And then she still has her haymaker, still the same. Everything is the same, but just this howitzer just got a big boost. So now my only question is, how strong is Annie herself? I wonder. Because I have all this, right? I have this and I have this. Also, I think this is important because she's very squishy. I also added this because I need more ammo. I would love to have Fear No Evil, but I just don't want to have to spec into this and this just to get to this. It's just it sucks, but it is what it is. And then we have El Jefe, which is the second one. Yeah, I got an aura that affects all survivors within range, increases their fear resistance as well as damage they inflict. So now you got a 5% bonus, which is 15% now. And fear resistance is 20%, which is great. You definitely want that fear reduction as much as you want, as much as you can with Leader Ash. I think this is actually pretty good, honestly, because it makes these two meta now more viable as well. I know a lot of people would love to take Arthur, and I would love to take Arthur too, but I don't know how to make him work, because he just feels like he goes down so easily. He just goes down super easily, and I think he needs something, but I don't know. Again, we'll see. I just spec'd into this and as well as Industrial Strength, but I'm still kind of playing around to see what works for him. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you like what you saw and yeah, read and even hopefully experience, because we're all good about to experience this mayhem, please leave a like. Comment down below what you guys think. What do you guys think of this patch? Is this patch game breaking? Is this patch okay? Does this make the game in a better state? What do you guys think? But that's it for this video, and I will be making more later today. Peace out.